There we go. Now we're seeing it the way we should. All right, new career.
Welcome to D Platoon, officer. Formed in 1967, the Special Weapons and Tactics Team of the Los Angeles Police Department has held a preeminence within the field of law enforcement
Alt
and
enter
has
isn't
been
making
the
go full screen.
standard bearer for domestic specialized tactical units.
All right, we're a SWAT pup.
Welcome to D Platoon, officer. I'm Sergeant Rooker. While you're assigned to D Platoon, I'll be your supervisor. Your new position here is that of an assaulter. This is Officer Packmeyer, and he's your element leader.
It's
For
still
the
so
record,
small.
Officer Packmeyer has been an element leader in D Platoon for 8 years. He's a wealth of information, officer. Learn from him.
Thank you, Sergeant. Hello.
Officer, I'd like you to give some thought to what I'm about to say. You are now one of 60 tactical officers within D Platoon. We constitute less than 1% of the entire Los Angeles police force. Your selection and admittance to this platoon is something to be proud of and respected. As a member of SWAT, criteria and will be tested regularly. Anytime you should fail to meet these requirements, you will be encouraged to train up. Remember, your level of physical fitness, your firearm proficiency, and your understanding of tactics affects the entire team.
We'll just be encouraged to train up, though. We don't have to do it.
Here. There's no hot shots, no loose cannons. We train as one. We work as one, and we resolve conflict as one. Do you understand, officer? There's no room for grandstanding. Lives are on the line. The lives of police officers, your fellow teammates, innocent citizens, and yes, even suspects. Lest you should forget, officer, D Platoon is a life-saving organization. We adhere to the rules and regulations of the Los Angeles Police Department and to the laws of the United States of America. And while you're a member of SWAT, you will remember to live up to our standards, regulations, and laws. You will behave as a gentleman, an officer, and if necessary, a gunfighter. Officer Packmeyer now has a few things to say to you.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? It's all when Daryl F. Gates came
The
along.
Sergeant said, we're a team here. For us, trust is more than a word.
I mean, they even dropped the Police Quest name from SWAT, too.
When called upon in a crisis, I trust you will do your job.
Take my badge now. Here's my badge and my gun. I might be a loose cannon, but I'm a hell of a cop. You're going to regret this.
Trust that you will be brave, but not foolish. I trust that when I give an order, you will follow it. I trust that when you tell me you can accomplish something, you will. Around here, we're cross-trained. Some of us are lead climbers and assaulters. Others are negotiators and assaulters. You're entering D Platoon as an assaulter. We have a sniper position open. So if you're interested, I suggest you train up and then let me or Sergeant know you like a shot at the position. Sir?
Thank you, Officer Packmeyer. Officer, I suggest
I'm
you
gonna be a
become
real bad
familiar
sniper.
with your new surroundings and your newly issued weapons. I also encourage you to review the education
The gun that
material
shoots badges.
the department has made available. We have a training detail later at the Academy range.
No, I think Gates was in charge of
Get settled.
3
and
and
learn what you
onward.
can.
2, I don't think he was. Because it was the other guy for a while. And then, oh, here we are. So we can watch videos if we want. See, and this has the Police Quest vibe to it. Right? Like, it has the adventure game vibe to it with the way that these things work. Let's save our mission. Like, it's a very CRS thing. It definitely started as a Police Quest thing. What do we got here? Officer safety. Keep your weapon in working order. Learn to recognize body language. Develop your self-defense. Make full use of your mind. That's what I want to do. Passerby. Handcuffed woman. Broken key. Key broken. Paperclip. 15 minutes. Open cuffs. Just released from prison. What? Best learn by doing it themselves. Learn by example. That's high tech. Suspect squats? No, you leave him in the position. Attack position. Launch out officer. I wonder if they were expecting to be able to read this stuff. I mean, obviously, but... Ooh, Police Quest open season. I think open season might have been when he started because, like, they were like, we don't need the Police Quest numbers on here anymore. No, you can't merge them. Jim Walls is a by-the-book cop that also has a lighthearted attitude, and Gates was in charge of LA during the riots. Police Quest 4 squats. Gotta do the squats. And then his games involve people carving, like, pentagrams into bodies and stuff instead of, you know, Sweet Cheeks Marie. Right, we got to drive around here. Let's learn how to snipe.
Yeah, I know who you are. You're the new guy in Rooker's squad, Danny Thorne. Well, what are you doing out here? You guys have small arms training over at the academy.
Oh, you know, that's right. Sergeant Rooker mentioned
Well,
that.
you better get over there. Sergeant Paulden is in charge of small arms.
I'm in trouble
and
already.
There's no coincidence that his nickname is Sergeant Meanie.
Sergeant Meanie. Oh no, it's Sergeant Meanie.
Thanks for the advice.
Yeah, sure.
Oh man. All right. Did I go to the right place this time?
45 caliber 1911 government model sidearm. CCI Spear 200 grain. Colt 40. Winchester 200.
Are there more? Oh, there are more. Okay, cool. Oh,
The hood used by D.
I can't select it. It just tells me about it. All right. We got the gun we want.
Colt 45.
Aha, that's how you get things. Let's go to the small arms range because we have small arms.
Heads up, gentlemen. We have a new member in the element. Till formal introductions can be made, you may refer to him as a SWAT pup. Welcome aboard, officer. I'm 30 David, Sergeant Paulden. We were just about to do a few drills with the MP5. Step up to alley 13 7-yard line and join us.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I was really hoping he was going to let me question him about being Sergeant Meanie. He left before Police Quest 2 was finished, but his name, he was still the guy that gets you game over in that one. Oh, 3, okay. All right. I think if I go through here... No, it doesn't have... Okay, so I don't have to worry about putting on my headgear.
Officer, you have chosen the incorrect weapon for this drill. With your MP5, please make...
I should have been listening. What's the MP5? This?
Officer, you have chosen the incorrect...
I don't know anything. I'm embarrassing myself. Oh, I clicked there. I thought you, like, would wiggle it.
Officers, come to your guard. 2 shots to center mass. Semi-auto. 2 shots to center mass. Semi-auto. On the whistle. On guard.
Oh, I missed one. I didn't take into account the... Don't forget to turn that off before I put it away, I guess.
Officers, come to your guard. Single to the head. Semi-auto. Single to the head.
This shouldn't be too
Semi-auto.
bad.
On the whistle. On guard.
Boom, got him. Boom, headshot. He shows a lighthearted character. Can I get in trouble? Oh.
Officers, come to your guard.
I was going to try to shoot my gun when I shouldn't have.
Failure drill. 2 shots to the body, 1 to the head. Semi-auto. 2 to the body, single to the head. Semi-auto. On the whistle. On guard.
Oh, just in time. I kind of shot that after the beep. Don't tell my guy. My sergeant. Sergeant Meanie.
This is a training exercise,
I got in
officer.
trouble.
You will follow the drills, please.
I knew I could get in trouble if I tried.
Officers, come to your guard. Failure drill. 2 shots to the body, 1 to the head. Semi-auto. 2 to the body, single to the head. Semi-auto. On the whistle.
Thanks for playing. Yeah.
On guard.
Oh, below par on this one, but I got above par last time. Or is down? Is slower better? Or faster better? I don't know if that was 3 hours from now, yeah.
Officers, come to your guard. 2 shots to center mass. Semi-auto. 2 shots to center mass. Semi-auto. On whistle. On guard.
I mean, it's there. All right, Euro, we'll see you later. Thanks for coming out. I know you're up late right now, so get some sleep.
Officers, come to your guard. 2 shots to center mass. Semi-auto. 2 shots to center mass. Semi-auto.
When are we going to be done with this? I want to get into...
On guard. Put him on safe and let him hang.
Oh. Whew. Did it. You heard me complaining.
Officers with your sidearms. Make ready. Officers, come to your guard. Failure drill. 2 shots to the body, 1 to the head. 2 to the body, 1 to the head.
All right, there should be less kickback on this one, I think. Oh, just as much.
On guard.
Ooh. Or it's too slow on that one. Get in trouble. Gotta hit him in his Oshkosh Bagosh pocket on the front of him here, though.
Officers, come to your guard. Controlled pair to the center mass. Controlled pair, not double taps. To the center mass. On the whistle. On guard.
I mean, that's still pretty close to the middle. Their circle isn't a full circle, but maybe it I don't know. I don't know anything about guns. I'm learning.
Officers,
But not
come
really.
to your guard. Controlled pair to the center mass. Controlled pair, not double taps. To the center mass. On the whistle. On guard.
Oh, those were some good grouping. That's
Officers,
precision.
come to your
Like
guard.
Robin Hood that. You only hit
Single
this
to the
target
head.
once?
Single to the head. On the whistle.
Actually. You'll find that all 15 of my bullets went through the same.
Officers, come to your guard.
Actually, we're here to save the
Single to
suspect's
the head.
lives too, JG.
Single
They
to
told
the
me
head.
that in the
On
opening.
the whistle. On guard.
I didn't hear what I was supposed to do, so I'm assuming it was single to the head. I did a real bad job on that one. Am I going to get a talking to? This spot right here is
Officers,
just so you
come
can
to
get
your
in
guard.
trouble.
Controlled pair to the center mass.
No double
Controlled
taps.
pair, not double taps. To the center mass. On the whistle. On guard. Oh! Officer, cooperation on your part is required. Please
Did having to reload really mess this up or something? Okay, I'm good to go here. Not getting in trouble for using the wrong ammo. What's this?
Officers, hold your fire. We have a quitter in the group.
Oh! See ya.
Colt 45 caliber.
I've had enough training. I know what I'm doing now.
Hey, how you doing? You ready for a combat drill? Multiple moving targets, all bad guys, reload as necessary. Come on, we'll test your reflexes and your aim.
It's a terrible game.
Fives, make ready and draw it to the guard. Officer, this is a weapons.
I didn't hear what he told me to get ready.
This is the combat drill.
Okay, I got the
There will
right
be
gun.
multiple moving targets, all bad guys. Reload as necessary. No par time. This is a reflex drill. On the whistle. Officers, guns at low ready. Prepare to commence firing. Make ready. This is a dozier drill. Engage each of the 5 pepper poppers until they fall. Reload as necessary. Par time is 5 seconds. On whistle.
I'm real good. For enough an FAQ and still can get past the old woman.
The Presidente drill is up.
Oh, El Presidente.
There are 3 targets and multiple engagements. Starting from either the left or the right, shoot the first target once, second target once, third target twice, second target once, and first target once. Speed load, then do it all again. Officers, guns at low ready. Prepare to commence firing.
I did one below
Make
par.
ready. This is the combat drill. There will be multiple moving targets, all bad guys. Reload
bad
as
guys.
necessary. No par time. This is a reflex drill. On the whistle.
Oh no, I put my gun away instead.
Officers, guns at low ready. Prepare to commence firing. Make ready.
It's just like in real life. You go to grab some ammo and you accidentally just put your gun back in its
This is a
holster.
dozier drill. Engage each of the 5 pepper.
Okay, we'll see if we can do this one a little better. That middle one takes quite a bit.
This is the combat drill.
Like, I don't know if this guy ever finishes off or if you actually just are told, like, okay, yeah, you gave up because you left again.
Officers, guns at low ready. Prepare to commence firing.
This one came up super
Presidente
slow.
drill is up. Officer, this is training, officer. You will follow the drills, please.
I was trying to, but you didn't make a sound effect when I shot him, so I didn't think I shot it.
This is training.
Alright, you're just doing the same stuff over and over again.
This is... Remember, as you train, so shall you fight. Yeah.
Oh, got him! I said, yeah.
We'll get started when everyone's here, which would appear to be now. Everyone, your attention, please. Settle down and we can get started.
So these guys are really
Today
rowdy.
we want to discuss use of force issues, cover the differences between stealth and dynamic entries, and review tactical communication techniques.
It's
Are we
noon
clear,
called.
or are there any questions?
I got a question. Can we skip this? Just really thinking about it.
Sir, I haven't been on a call-up before. What should I expect?
First, each call-up we answer is unique to the situation at hand. No two encounters will ever be exactly alike. However, each
Unless you're
situation
playing
will
this game,
share
then a
certain
lot of the encounters.
characteristics. The negotiation process, tactical plan formation, scouting the area for possible approach routes, interviewing victims, neighbors, and witnesses. Structures will share features such as entry ports, single or multiple levels. What we cannot plan for is how any suspect will behave. Remember two things. It is the
You just have
suspect
to stand in the
who
right position
determines the
or
outcome
sit in the right
of
position with
any
a wide
given
pose.
situation. And
No
there
shadows.
is never just one way to resolve a crisis. So, how can we truly be prepared? Well, for one thing, we can train using proven tactics and procedures. Any questions so far? Well, 60% of all our call-ups are barricaded suspects. Out of that, approximately 80% of the barricaded suspects will be a domestic barricade of a single male. Solid robberies, hostage taking, and multiple barricaded suspects make up the remaining 20%. Now, anytime you have one or multiple barricaded suspects, time is on your side. Negotiation is key. Time
He's telling us how important timing is.
becomes crucial when hostages are involved or the threat to innocent
Let's hope this guy's not in
citizens
charge
is
of negotiations, eh?
If negotiations break down, or if the life of an innocent citizen or police officer is in jeopardy during a barricaded situation, we must be prepared to initiate a tactical plan to enter the structure. Entering a structure can be one of the most hazardous times during an assault. You want to plan for high ground cover, and you want to enter the structure to your advantage. Now, to do this, we always scout the area for an approach route. We also determine what type of entry we'd prefer to make, whether that would be a dynamic entry or a stealth entry. Dynamic entries are fast and are characterized by the use of diversionary devices and techniques. The entry team can be assisted by one or more gas teams. Flashbangs are used at the point of entry to disorient a suspect or as a diversionary tool with separate entry ports. Stealth entries are referred to as soft probes. They're characterized by slow, cautious movement. The first person on the entry team is the scout. The scout is armed with a 180-degree mirror and a .45. The mirror provides a reverse image of the room you're about to enter. The door jamb will give you your point of reference. Remember, the proper way to mirror a door...
I like how
is
that
to
mirror
push
on a
the
stick
mirror
looks
low,
like a mirror on a
then
stick.
mirror
Like they just
high.
went and got a mirror somewhere and
Mirror
put it on
low
a stick.
first, because the suspect in the next room is generally not looking at floor level. He's generally looking at his eye level. The scout will inform the rest of the entry
Can we?
team of what...
We can! We're about to ruin a mission, guys.
Please insert CD number 2, then press enter to continue.
gosh, it's on CD2. You know, I got a big hard drive here. They could have installed all this on the hard drive. Considering it's a Windows 3.1 game, I suppose shall forgive them. Re-SAA.
Barricaded female, North Hollywood area, 339.
He just told us
Westcott
it's almost
Avenue.
always a
Shots
guy.
Fired, code 3.
This is Sergeant Pruitt with the LAPD.
Is this a grandma?
Lucy, if you can hear me, I want you to answer the telephone. We're here to help you. Please pick up the telephone and talk with me.
It's my wife, Lucy. Lucy Long. She's holed up in the house. She won't come out, won't let me in. Like I told the other officer, she's been mixed up a lot lately. Ain't that so, Katie? This is my daughter, Katie. Go ahead, hon. You tell the officer.
My mom's always been real protective of our family, but it's different now. It's like she's not just protective, she's angry or paranoid or something. I don't know what. I think she's become dangerous. She has a gun now, and she shot at me and my dad this morning.
That's right. She damn near killed us, too. See, yesterday, she threw me out of the house, hollering she weren't gonna let me back in. She locked all the doors. Neighbors across the street were looking. So I walked down Katie's. She just lives in the apartments over on Marola. So I spent the night there. This morning, Katie brought me back home. We was walking up to the house, and Lucy started shooting at us. That's when I called the police.
Are we sure she doesn't have a reason for not wanting him in the
I
house?
understand, sir. We'd like for your wife to come out on her own so we can get her some help. But if she won't, and the possibility exists she might hurt herself, we might have to go in and get her. I was just briefing Mr. Long on the possibility that we might have to enter his home.
Mr. Long, our crisis
And they're not gonna
negotiation
pay for the
team is
door.
currently on the telephone with your wife. There's some concern that she may be delusional. Now, I realize I've already asked you to explain the physical layout of your house and property, but in case we need to go in and get her, I want to make sure that we're prepared. Is there anything else that you can tell me about the house layout?
Well, of course, you've seen the boards in the front windows. She's got all the windows boarded up like that. Huh. See what you can learn from the Long's neighbors.
Okay.
Hello, you must be the neighbor.
Yes, I'm Mr. Devon. I've been across from the Longs for the last 10 years. When I first moved in, they were real nice. Showed me and my wife the neighborhood. Hadn't been the same last few years. You know the wife, Lucy? She beats that old man real bad, all day long. You cops been out here. I'm getting to know you guys on a first-name basis.
Have you ever actually been inside the
I have
Long
to keep
residence, Mr.
clicking.
Devon?
Not in a long time. Lucy boards it up bit by bit. She thinks some people are gonna kill her. You know what I think? I think she's gonna kill that old man, maybe herself.
What can you tell me about what happened here today?
What can you tell me about
Did you
Saren?
hear any shots?
Yes, I heard the shots at the police officers. I saw the car. I knew it had to be the Longs. Then I heard the shots.
Is there anything else you can tell me, Mr. Devon?
Don't believe the old man. He'll tell you that his missus is holed up in that house. Won't come out. That's not the truth. I've seen her wandering around the yard at all times of the night and day. Half the time in some old nightgown.
Interesting.
Is there anything else you can tell me, Mr. Devon?
Don't believe the old man. He'll tell you that his missus is holed
No, I
up
can't
in
skip
that
it.
house. Won't come out. That's not the truth. I've seen her wandering
Now,
around
if
the
I
yard
remember
at all
correctly,
times of the
at
night and day.
SKS, you might not have tried this. Do you not go to the backyard and find her out there instead?
Is there anything else you can tell me, Mr.
Oh, I didn't click on him again.
Don't believe the old man. He'll tell you that his missus is holed up in that house. Won't come out.
Don't believe
That's
that old
not the
man.
truth.
I wonder how many times it buffered
I've seen
I
her
clicked on
wandering
this.
around the yard at all times of the night and day.
Oh, well, I'm saying if you don't remember going to the backyard, perhaps that is the key.
Excuse me.
How you doing? I'm Sergeant Pete Monroe. My partner, Officer Lewis, and I are the responding officers. When we arrived, we found Mr. Long quite agitated, and when questioned, he stated that as he and his daughter approached the residence, his wife opened the door and fired a .22 pistol at them. He said she fired 4 or 5 rounds, all misses. He then came across the street to Mr. Devon's residence and asked to use the phone. That's where the 911 call was placed.
I thought that guy said he heard the police, and that's when he knew it had to be them, but yet the 911 call came from his house. Also, we didn't ask that guy for any information. We said, excuse me.
And did you approach the residence?
Yes, we did. After speaking to Mr. Long and his daughter, we determined that Mrs. Long might not have any more ammo. As it was, both husband and daughter didn't even know Mrs. Long had a pistol until they were fired upon. I backed Officer Lewis as he approached the front door, and before he was halfway between the garage and the front door, the door opened a crack, and the suspect fired twice, again both misses.
Then what happened?
We called for backup. Sergeant Tippin, our field commander, assessed the situation, and that's when he called you guys. Sergeant Tipton's assisting your CNT boys.
What's this guy got to say?
Excuse me.
Hello. Bob Lewis, Hollywood Division. We've been called out here to the Longs before for domestic disputes. The husband calls us out, but refuses to press charges against his wife. We found him with bruises to his face and arms. When we questioned Mrs. Long in the past, she seemed off balance but never threatening. We referred them both to social services for counseling, but nothing's ever come of it.
Is this the first time a handgun's been used?
Yes. She's been worked up before when we've spoken to her, but she's never been violent when we've been here. Never heard her husband mention her threatening him with a handgun before either.
Anything else?
No, just that I think she's really gone off the edge this time.
What do these guys have to say?
Hey! Hey, since this is your first time out, a little advice for you. Do as you're told.
Wow. Little advice for you. Don't get shot by an old lady.
Anything else?
Watch my back, and I'll watch yours.
What if I don't watch your back?
Anything else?
Watch my back, and I'll watch yours.
Uh-oh, we've run out of time to talk to people.
The situation as we know it is this. We have a barricaded white female inside the residence. She's 64 years old and she suffers from various health maladies. She's diabetic and she suffers from heart condition that requires the use of medication. CNT tells me she's delusional. She thinks the activity outside the house are gangbangers trying to break in. She's a shooter. Approach knowing she's armed and dangerous.
Oh, that term.
This is the layout of the house. On side 1, we have a front door entrance. This is a dangerous approach as it has 2 windows to contend with. The large front window and a small kitchen window. To compensate for that, we've placed snipers here. On this side of the street,
they want to steal her precious silver
Apparently,
spoons.
this house has been somewhat fortified over the years. The garage has been sealed off from the house. Side 3 has one opening, a barricaded window. While negotiations continue with the suspects, we're going to place an emergency assault team on side 1 for entry through opening 2. The emergency entry team will consist of the following: Rhea, scout; Denton, rear guard; Packmeyer, element lead. For rear containment, side 3, Pup and Wixel. Any questions?
Yes. Yes, let me click you.
This is a soft probe. I want stealth movement. This changes only if the situation changes.
Hey, Wex. Welcome to the stream.
Remember, all of you, just because the suspect is a female does not mean she's any less violent than a male. Just because she's 64 does not mean she's a sweet old lady. Approach this suspect with caution.
SKS knows about that.
Remember, all of you, just because the suspect is a female does not mean she's any less violent than a male. Just because she's 64 does not mean she's a sweet old lady. Approach this suspect with caution.
That guy's taking his job
Did
seriously.
you have an opportunity to speak to the neighbor?
Yes, he said that Mrs. Long is a little more violent than what her husband would lead us to believe.
That's not all he said.
You and Denton are side 3. But be aware, there's a lot of foliage back there. And you won't have the benefit of sniper coverage.
Many shrubberies.
You and Denton are side 3. But be aware, there's a lot of foliage back there.
It's starting to feel like
And you
one of
won't
those
have the benefit
Japanese
of
ones where you got to
sniper
click on everybody more than once to make sure you got all the...
Remember, all
Ugh.
of you, just because the suspect is a female does not mean she's any less violent than a male. Just because she's 64 does not mean she's a sweet old lady. Approach this suspect with caution. Remember, all of you, just
got me
because
with
the
a double
suspect
click.
is female does not mean she's any less violent than a male. Just because she's 64
What,
does not mean
like this?
she's a sweet old lady. Approach this suspect with caution.
Your last unit in working order? Good. Remember, the last unit is not used for lengthy discussions between assaulters. It's for keeping the brass informed and any other persons outside your sightlines. You understand? Good.
Sounds like the fat's in the fire. Line up for deployment. Let's go.
The fat is in the fire.
MP5's full auto. Ready? Go.
It's Roberta Williams. Apparently, I heard from a podcast recently that Roberta Williams is on the cover for Soft Porn Adventures in the hot tub. So, like, don't go in the hot tub. It's game over. What? Oh, I gotta be moving? What am I supposed to do? Oh, look.
What? What do you see?
All right. I don't see anything. Sliced pie. What does that mean? Oh, right. Shoot. Ah, she got me. I didn't slice the pie enough. You win this round, SKS.
Please insert CD number 1, then press enter to
So,
continue.
there's got to be a way to save. I should have saved it at the beginning of the mission so we don't have to go through this all again. Ugh.